What's going on, everyone? I am DeFi Sean, and you are watching Infinaeon Friday here with the man, the myth, Mr. Pixels. What's going on?
What is up, everyone? Glad to be back. Can't believe, again, I know I said this last time, but man, Friday again. Damn. Where did that
They
week
come,
go?
they come and they go quick. But also, before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, comment, share with everyone you know. Push the stream as far as possible. If you're on Twitter, hit that repost, like, comment, all that good stuff. You know, all the typical internet things that you need to do to spread this absolutely everywhere. Hopefully, we can try to beat our 250 viewership record. I think it's right around there. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. So, first things we like to address, I'm not really going to say FUD, but FUD or negative talk or just things that people aren't happy about are typically things that we like to address on Infinion Friday. So, the big topic of conversation earlier in the week hasn't been in a few days, but earlier in the week was why is price down? Now, I don't talk about price movement directly. It's never something that I promise up, down, never anything like that. Again, not very big topic of conversations with us because it's just, again, not something we can talk about. But I do like to talk about facts and the way kind of things work. So you got your two major ways. Obviously, we did a pre-sale. Typically with these big pre-sales, and some of the ones we're going to talk about, we had a minor pre-sale compared to them. But with those big pre-sales, a lot of times it does typically lead itself to getting dumped at launch, especially when you give out bonuses. Then you have the other end of the spectrum where you have your fair launches, which typically tend to get off pretty hot, might kind of have that big explosion. But then, of course, after the hype is gone, typically tends to die. There's no funds, there's no marketing, and then you're going to dip below. It's very hard to not dip at one way, shape, or form throughout any part of your run, except for your exceptions like, your Pepe's and Dogecoins and things like that. So the main things that I wanted to look at right here, just to kind of give reference and compare it to what we are. So over on CoinMarketCap, just so that no one thinks I'm picking and choosing, I went over to CoinMarketCap and I pulled up the top 5 layer 2 blockchains. So similar to us, just so that I'm not picking and choosing to make what I'm saying right. So the very first one is Polygon. If you look at this one, they're actually the exception to the rule. So they did actually get off to a pretty hot start here. As you can see, they had plenty green, even though they had $320 million raised. So they had a really good run here. And then, of course, they did drop below launch right here, and they actually are well below launch. It appears to be right now. But moving on, these will be more of the norm examples. So these are going to be 2 through 5. And I've kind of shared this in chat just to kind of let everyone see. But coming over to Mantle, you'll see it had an initial little tiny spike up, and then it went down, and it was down for months and months and months until it finally hit that spike up. And now, of course, it's the number 2, layer 2. And it is the number 45 token on crypto. Coming over to Arbitrum, a good name everyone's familiar with. Same thing. It dipped, and it did so for months and months. As you can see, and then they finally, after months of being down, finally kind of hit that peak and actually started upwards. Then we're going to move on to Stacks. And again, they're kind of one of the fortunate ones. As you can see, they kind of leveled out. They didn't really go up, but they didn't really go down either. So you just kind of leveled out for months until they eventually hit their way up. And then Optimism is your number 5th layer 2. As you can see, an immediate dump after they launched. So they raised about 178.5 million. Just kind of showing this to kind of give reference to everyone that, come into the chat, especially people that are just popping up and want to know why the price is down. Why aren't we at 100x already and different things like that? When you raise funds, when you're growing a project like this, it isn't a meme token. This is typically the trend. We launched, they had a lot of bonuses. People are choosing to take it, which is their right to do. And at this point, it's up to us to grow that community, just keep pushing ourselves forward. So
Yeah,
on this, I don't know if there's anything that you wanted to
I
comment
was going
about
to
it.
say, to touch on that, when you're in the market too like this, and then, you're kind of just on the cusp of a bull run, people are looking at like, okay, this is, I can take some of this out here and I can, double it up, triple it up, get my investment back in here and, fair game again. So I think when that is starting to heat up as well, people are like, okay, what's my long-term play? Can I potentially utilize that and get back in here again at a decent price or whatever? So, as you said, they're entitled to do whatever they want to do with it. And I think, at this kind of a market, it kind of heightens that want for people to do things like that, you know, especially with, you know, with your long-term plays.
Yep, exactly. Which Infinion, never financial advice, but it is going to fit into that category of more of a long-term play. This wasn't a meme token that was launched and just throwing everything at the wall. This is a business that has carrying costs that we're running to the best of our ability, and we're doing everything step by step to get the household name out there. Now, kind of a good segue to move into this. We do have our Zealy competition right here. The sprint is live. We're doing 1,000 in stable up for grabs in the latest community challenge. As you can see here, we have all of the prizes. And coming on down, you have the link right here where you can hop on over, and then you connect to Zealy. And then just minor things you have to do. Very not difficult at all. Follow on Infinion on X, on Telegram, on Discord. Follow the YouTube channel, which a good chunk of the people watching right now are actually on the Infinion YouTube channel. So just go ahead and subscribe to that if you haven't done so, and you enter for those chances to win. And there's going to be even more stuff coming up with challenges and different things, but some challenges coming up. Numerous Pictures, you were a part of the talk too. There'll be different things that you have to do in order to win, other than just following socials. While that's very important, interacting on the chain is huge too. So, you know, bridging your ETH over to Infinion ETH, holding Infinion, and different things like that to actually be able to win. So this one's just to follow the socials, and then we're going to have more interactive ones that actually require you to interact with our product in order to go ahead and win some of those prizes.
Yeah, and what that would look like is basically interacting on the swapper, on the bridge, transacting, all that kind of stuff. And we are looking at trying to integrate. I think Adam is trying to work it out with the guys that you're having your PFP on would give you a multiplier. So that is something that we really want to try and get in there to drive more people to get more of those PFPs up and running, which I think would be a great one. But yeah, having those different options, and there's going to be you know, meme contests and this and that. I was thinking too, it'd be cool to do you know, anybody's launching on Change to do like an X article contest about their experience and whatever like that. And we were thinking that, you know, it would be cool to like do something like that, and then we would pick, you know, a top 3 or something like that that would be able to, like, that would get, you know, kind of special treatment, like Krypton call stuff. You know, maybe I could do a video, just like offer kind of that as a big prize for some project that was launching or was going to launch, or however that work out. But there's lots of ideas churning in the back. And of course, if anybody else got ideas, you know, please drop them in the Telegram. But yeah, I brought up the PFPs, so I got to say, everybody get them on. Anybody there in chat, get your PFPs on.
Yeah, for sure. Those PFPs are definitely pretty much every space we go to. Our crew, the Infinion Army, is basically dominating it. It's all you see in the crowd. So always really cool to see. I know we had a really cool Lunar Pump Spaces. We had some pretty big names that hopped in the space. We had our guy Coco from Captain B&B. We had Pinky, who's a really good streamer, who invited us on. So we'll definitely be setting that up and going live on that stream.
Yeah.
And
they're really cool dudes, man. They're really nice chaps over there. It seems like. Looking forward to meeting them in Vegas and stuff. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we have Papa Stonks. And of course, when we get Lunar Pump on Solana, these guys are huge in the Solana world with tons of contacts. I know the new meta party that's going on in Bitcoin Vegas, Lunar Pump is sponsoring it. We're actually in the early stages of talking about launching a token on Base during that party. So stay tuned for that. So we're going to kind of see how that's going to work. Possibly going to introduce the ICO option when it's going to be in there, kind of in that week that, and Baby Zog would be hitting up the ICO option. So it's possible, not guaranteeing it yet, just kind of getting the final touches done on that. So stay tuned for that.
I was going to mention to him yesterday, Sean, in the spaces, because he mentioned that there was going to be like a movie section at the end, or a movie segment where they were going to play some stuff. I was thinking, man, hey, you know, maybe we can get a Lunar Pump ad in there somewhere. So we might ask him when we're there. He might sneak one in for us. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. And let's see.
I think Pinky's the guy that's kind of running all that side of it. So we might have a chat with him maybe that night when we get together and see if he'd be game.
Yeah, sounds good.
Adam, as well, by the way, could you drop the link to that tweet for the Zealy competition in the chat as well there, so people can access it if they want to get involved? He's already dropped the PFP generator as well for anybody, so hit that up.
Yep. So yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll definitely be in Vegas, and my boss has just arrived, Mike the Kryptonaut. A little late, but he's here. What's going on, Mike?
Hello.
Mike, I have to tell you, only John Wick would say not John Wick, sir. So.
I need to clarify that since you made this nice cartoon pig. I got a lot of message if it's John Wick or it's Mike. Yeah, people are not sure who it is, but yeah, it's Mike. Hello.
You're those worst people you could be compared to, bro. John Wick's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I should earn my money that way, huh? A John Wick double.
I can see a John Wick token popping up soon.
There you go.
Maybe let's invite him.
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you. I just joined. My office was a long day, and I wanted to say hi to the Infinaeon army and to you guys. Just stopping by. I don't want to interrupt you too long, but yeah, I know you have some plans. You talk about the news. I've also some news, but yeah, it's still a secret. So not public.
All right, we got it. Next time you come on, so Mike, you're dropping the next big alpha. You just pop
Always.
in, drop it like it's hot, and
then I leave. That's it. Hello. No, just gone. As I said, I just came in the office, so yeah, it's 9 p.m. here. Maybe I'm getting a nice Friday beer and enjoy the stream with you guys. So yeah, I mute myself for some minutes. I'm back in a bit.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yep. So Mike just drop it in, telling he's got big news, but he can't tell anybody. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll move on. Did want to touch on the Economy listing. So obviously both us and Economy kind of got ahead of ourselves. It's looking between the 26th, 28th. We're going to be launching on Economy, so stay tuned for that. Kind of had to tidy up some things that we thought were taken care of, but weren't taken care of. You'll have the exact date here in the next few days, but it'll be between the 26th and the 28th. So just kind of wanted to give an update on that, just so everyone wasn't in the dark. They saw us post about it, and then it didn't go live. So stay tuned for that. And that, of course, lead us over to Lunar Pump. And I know a lot of people have been experiencing it. We have been talking heavily about Moon Girl. 97.60%, 34.78 in volume. Virtual liquidity, I believe, is 16.8. So it's roughly about 1 BOA from being able to bond. So yeah, with that being said,
let's bond it here alive. Come on.
It'd be awesome to get it bonded. 45 minutes, guys. Go ahead. Let's get this thing bonded. Let it move on and let the team do what they're going to do. But Ms. P, if you want to kind of lead into the next thing, we do have someone here from Moon Girl. So if you want to kind of take it and lead in with that.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, we're right there just about to bond it. So let's have a look at what we got here so far, the content that's been dropping, and then we'll bring in the man himself.
This is a message for the people of Earth, for those of you still able to comprehend it. Your efforts have not been in vain. Stay strong, stay alive. We are coming. Have you ever driven somewhere familiar? Something routine? When you get to your destination, no matter how hard you try, you can't recall the journey. Now imagine that, but in the vastness of deep space. Your mind wanders to places one would never think possible. But it always lands on one simple, unequivocal fact. We are all stardust.
All right, there it is. And here's the man himself, Arcade. How we doing, brother?
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for letting me on the live show. It's awesome. Appreciate it.
Of course, man. Of course.
Hey, Arcade. Where is Alfie?
Hey, he didn't want to come to work with me today, so.
Oh, this sucks. Shame to the cat.
So what's up, Arcade? How's it been going? Tell us all about Moon Girl and the journey, and we might even bond it live here while you're talking about it. Let's see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Moon Girl is a project that basically was inspired by Moon Boy. Moon Boy, when it bonded afterwards, I believe it hit around a 350,000 market cap, and there wasn't really even any major market that I heard about, and that it was really community driven through LunarPump. And that's kind of astonishing, and especially with the fact of the new platform. So that's a big inspiration for projects trying to bond or get out there by name and just try to thrive out there. So Moon Girl, the name Moon itself, of course, in the similarity with Moon Boy, it still stands alone though. It has its own story initiative, a sci-fi epic with mystery. For people to explore, and the story will unfold as we continue on, especially after the bonding. We have much more to happen for the project, especially with the marketing and the winnings for our competitions that we have. Some of the competitions, which would be invites for people coming in, competitions for X post, and people winning these particular tokens. So it's really something to working for your bag, but also working to get tokens at the same time. I think.
And how's the community sentiment over there at the moment, Arcade? Is everyone bullish over there? I mean, we're right there on the bonding. People must be pretty bullish.
Yeah. Definitely, everybody's definitely looking forward to that bond, and everybody's definitely up for it right now for sure.
Awesome. And I was going to say too, it's good too. I think that it was on BSC because, the success of Captain B&B, and Sean was saying earlier, we were just in the spaces yesterday with all those guys, and, they got the really strong narrative. It's a similar kind of, idea, that kind of anime style, comic style, aesthetic, I guess, and storyline and things like that. So I think BSC at the moment, it seems to be like a lot of people are pushing for that narrative thing, and I think Moon Girl will more like complement than compete with something like that. I think it's a great addition to the chain over there, and I really do hope the community like drive it, get behind it, and really start unfolding the story and things like that.
Right. Yeah, and that's another good thing you brought up. Captain B&B is also a good project that we kind of explored the idea of being able to have an entertainment type of project with a story, and so that was another inspiration on that part as well.
And how was your experience with the platform and stuff so far? Just to let anybody that's new here that mightn't have used it yet, launching it and stuff. I don't think you actually did it, but how was the sentiment using it? And
when the first experience with LunarPump, especially buying the token, was actually very straightforward. The platform is very easy to use. It's clean, sleek, looks very professional. So I definitely for the platform for everybody to check it out.
Awesome. Guys, Sean, Mike, you guys want to chime in, or you got anything to add?
No, just let's get this thing bonded. It is so close. As you can come right here, you can see all the trades going on. But yeah, I'm super excited about Moon Girl. I have been knowing about it, kind of helping out. And while it's not our token, we did say as time goes on, we are going to bring tokens up on our streams and talk about them. Ones that we think are going to do the right things. Hopefully are going to be good plays. And as soon as this thing gets bonded, get this thing off the Pancake Swap. And I know the guys have some plans with it. So yeah, let's get it bonded. It is so close. We're at 15.7. So not even one BNB, I believe. It's 18.6 if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So yeah, 16.8. Sorry. So yeah, a little bit over one BNB, and then we'll be there.
Very close. Very close.
Easy. Should be done here. I'm sure if we can do this before showing, that'd be awesome. Moon Girl got real. Let's go, Arcade. Thanks, Mrs. P. Down there. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're kind of showing off the platform for anyone that may be new, kind of get a good look at it. We have your buys, we have your sells, everything's super smooth. So yeah, if you haven't paid attention to it yet, definitely go over to LunarPump.fun and check it out.
Hell yeah. Mike, you want to add anything to Moon Girl? You got anything for us?
Yeah, bonded. This is what I get for you guys, you know. We all know the death gets a 50% of the bonding fee, so that's the next cool thing. They gonna get the decks and everything, you know. Dex screeners, Dex tools. This is very important, and way more eyes will be on this project. So, and as I know this team, they know how to grind. They don't do any fake stuff, you know. There's no fake pump or anything. It's just the community buying it up. And not only our community, they brought their community to us, you know. And this is how everything works in LunarPumpFun, you know. It might take a bit, but more and more devs, more communities, more people will join the platform, and they bring their community to us, you know. And this is where the fun starts. So I'm excited, and I'm pretty sure it will bond very, very soon. There are some cool people behind this cool girl, so it matches. Yeah, and Arcade, I mean, he's bullish just every time I mean, this guy's in every group. I see him everywhere. I see his cool drawings. I mean, he's an artist. I really like you, man. And so I enjoy every project where I can see you. It's always great fun there, you know. And always the Alfie news, and I just saw the blockchain Alfie today, I guess. So yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoy that.
I like having a little bit of character added in there somewhere, so it's fun.
Absolutely. Definitely one of those legends around the circles anyway, for sure. Dropping random lyrical tracks in the middle of the chats, man. It's great. But yeah, as far as Moon Girl, I mean, I love it. I think it's great. I love the narrative. I love the art. I love the thought of unlocking the story as it kind of goes on through, you know, these different logs and, you know, propaganda stuff and items and building the world out like that. I think it's going to be a cool little mystery. You know, it's kind of everything you want in a good meme token, and I think it's found the right chain for it to be on, given the nature of the token. And you know, I'm pretty confident. We're at 98.59 right now. Somebody's getting in there. Awesome.
Nice.
I'm pretty confident we're going to bond this before the end of the show. Let's go.
Right. 100%.
Well, you're getting a lot of love in the chat anyway, so that is awesome.
Roughly 35 minutes, guys. Go ahead and knock this thing out. Like I said, I'm excited for it to go on over to Pancake Swap, and let's see what the guys can do.
And if anybody was unsure, that's Papa Stonks there, by the way. Just so everybody knows, I think this is the first time I think he's been in the show or popped up in the chat. So that's Papa.
Oh, right, Papa Stonks. Yeah, he's an amazing dude. You know him. He's with us. One of our biggest and most important supporters, partners. I'm really happy to have Papa Stonk around us. He's an amazing dude. Yeah, and Papa Stonks, whenever you want, join the show, you know.
Yep. And we had a great spaces on the LunarPumpFun Twitter account last night. Like I said, I kind of touched on it already. We're going to have many more to come. We have a lot of connections to big time Solana groups and different things like that. Not only myself, but a lot of people that we know and extensions of them. So super excited for this Solana launch. It's something that we think is going to be highly successful once we get LunarPump over on Solana, which I know everyone's waiting for. So yeah, super excited about that. And I'm sure those Twitter spaces that we host with Papa Stonks will just continue to grow as our brand continues to grow.
Absolutely. And yeah, shout out to you, Papa. Good job on the spaces yesterday. Let's keep rocking those out. They're always a lot of fun. And Arcade, thanks again, brother, for coming up. Hopefully Moon Girl gets started here in the next 35 minutes.
Yes, it was awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
Right,
thanks for coming by, Arcade.
So next, have you got something you wanted to jump to next, Sean, or are we on?
No. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, all right.
Yep.
So next, I'm not sure if anybody's aware, but the very first token to bond from LunarPump to the Infinaeon blockchain was, of course, the amazing Baby Draco, the number one community token that a lot of us got behind to kind of get it all done, build it out, and then just kind of give it to the community. So that is hit they were waiting to hit 100K, and they finally hit the 100K, and there's a big burn party coming up. So I believe we have someone that is coming up here to actually represent. So let's run a quick little trailer here, and we'll bring him on up. All right, there we go. I know that's not specifically Baby Draco, but that's he's been active. He's active in that one. But we will have another video for that coming up as soon as I can get time to make one. But we got the Shad up here representing the community, the Baby Draco crew.
Oh, hey, you guys, y'all hear me?
Brother. Yes, sir. Congratulations on the 100K.
Hello.
Yeah, man. Yo, can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hello?
We can hear you.
All right, cool. Hey, how's it going, guys? The shot question from the Baby Draco community. Been chilling hardcore over there. Been all over Telegram, all over X, all over Facebook. Letting everybody know about the number one or the very first bonded token off of LunarPumpFun. And I kind of had like a spill here. If you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Baby Draco. Awesome. So for those who don't know, Baby Draco, or Draco for short, isn't just a meme token. He's the official mascot of the Infinaeon blockchain. And the very first token to bond on the LunarPumpFun flagship. But what sets Draco apart is that the community's been it's been fueled entirely by a community, right? Every post, every holder, every meme, it all drives the project forward. This isn't just some top-down hype machine; it's a bottom-up power, right? So, with the innovation on one side from Infinaeon, and the internet energy on the other side, all the shillers, all the holders, all everybody loving the project, we're hoping that Baby Draco will be a movement for Infinaeon and all the other tokens to come on LunarPumpFun. Hoping for anybody who doesn't know about us, again, early, this will be a fun, bold project for everybody. And we're going to be going places. And like you said earlier, Mr. Pixel, we reached our goal as a community for 100 members in Telegram. And then we're actually at 113 now. And originally we wanted 100 market cap for the token. They ended up getting moved to like a 0.000125 goal, but it all equaled the same. And for us reaching our accomplishment, the plan was to start a burn party, which we're going to be launching really soon to really solidify how much we have dedication for the community. So yeah, that's my spill.
Awesome, brother. Well said. Well said. Have you got a lot of peeps over there ready to do this burn and all that, or how are you looking?
Oh yeah, we're ready to go. I'm ready to go myself. Honestly, like we're about to go ahead and make these moves.
All right,
Yep,
all right.
there's Jeremy right there. Yep.
That's the power of the community. I really love it.
Yeah, man, great job. You guys are absolutely crushing it over there. Since that launch, man, there's been like just a group of you guys hammering solid. It's been great to see, man. And we're doing as much as we can to help promote it. And I've done a little something here for you, which I'm going to bring up here in a few minutes. But I'm going to let it over to Sean there for a minute while I sort this out real quick.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming. And then, as you can see, everyone, Moon Girl, switching topics a little bit, 99.22% bonded. We are right there. So close.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sorry, I'm just sorting something out here now real quick.
Yeah. Take your time. So, guys, anyone interested in Moon Girl, it's your last chance to hopefully get on Moon Girl on the LunarPumpFun platform. Of course, once it bonds, it's going to be over at PancakeSwap, so you'll be able to pick it up there. But this is your early entry opportunity. Really good chart. I know I've been talking to people. Everyone is shocked how well it's held up. This thing has been live for 2 days now, and it is held strong. Just kind of the power of the Infinaeon community, which I'm sure a lot of the Infinaeon community were the first ones to get in. You guys hold for gold for sure. So it just kind of shows you the serious, people that we have behind Infinion, behind Lunar Pump. When they get involved with something, we really try to push it. So we'll keep tracking it. I had a little sell right here. Someone trying to down on the party, but not a big one. Not a big one. Slight drop, but nothing major.
The shot getting props. Good job, brother. Good job. That was your first shield job, so you did great, brother. You did great. Start the burns. Yeah, give us some updates in the chat too about them burns, guys, how they're going.
I do too when I really want to talk about the bits. So like we said, trying to get finished up on the ICO and the bits are coming. And we brought on additional devs to help with the Solana, and we are going to bring on more additional devs because, again, we only have so many devs. They can only do so many things at one time. So we are looking to onboard new devs. It's just it's a process. We have to have the trust and everything there. But promise you, the bits are coming. We're just trying to move past these ICO options, and the bits will be there. And again, I know you're not specifically talking about the revenue. Actually, some revenue was just added to it this morning. So anyone that needs to go check it out can go check out that wallet. So yeah, promise guys, the bits are coming. Like I said, no matter what, after the ICO, we're taking our foot off the brake. We're going to concentrate on that, concentrate in Solana, and the bits and those little minor things that are very important that need to get done are going to get done.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, and they're pretty much ready to rock. Just need that back end stuff done, and you're gonna have the NFT marketplace coming soon after that too. But I mean, I think we can all kind of agree that getting Solana and Lunar Pump out has to take top priority at the moment. And you can go into the Telegram and type /bits and it'll pop up there, that wallet, so you can see the amount of revenue that has been generated to date in there at any time just by going into Telegram there, hitting that trigger.
Yep. And we're trying everything to make sure that there's never any exploits on the chain and everything. That's why we're very picky about the developers that we bring in and different things like that. So we are working as fast as we can to kind of get everything out as quickly as possible. Let's see. Got any more questions? And of course, any more questions, keep them coming so we can answer them. Again, iOS wallet, I would love nothing more to give a date, but we cannot give a date. It is all dependent on Apple. Just when you think you might be at the finish line with Apple when you're dealing with these apps and you try to come out and say something, you can get that response from Apple that now they need this. At one point, I thought there was nothing more possible that they can ask for, and then they ask for more. So again, I can't give a date. We will probably literally know 24 hours before you when the wallet hits iOS. So it will not be a big buffer between us knowing and the whole world knowing that the Infinion wallet's coming out.
Okay, I'm going to attempt a screen share here.
I can attest to that 100%. They are not easy. But yeah, Ms. B, whenever you're ready, take it over, whatever you need to do.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen here. I don't know if you have to. Okay. Yeah, so we just dropped, I made this up last night in celebration of the Baby Draco crew. It's going to be live here very shortly. I just set it to active, so it might take a second for it to pop into the store. But it's a Burn Baby Burn t-shirt, and it's got that meme with Baby Draco, you know, the "This is fine" meme with the little dog having his cup of tea in the fiery room, and it says "This is great" on the front of it, and it's got Baby Draco on the back of it, and it's got a variety of colors and stuff there too. I'm just showing you the green because that's obviously Draco colors. And we did I did drop another couple of Baby Draco items too in celebration of the burn, but this one specifically will only be available until the end of next week's Infinaeon Friday. So if you do want to go and pick that up, you got a week to do it, and then it'll be discontinued after that. I did add this one here as well. Let me see. We're in the back store here now at the moment, so bear with me. I'll pull these up. Yeah, this guy. This is a classic Adidas Baby Draco polo, right? It's got Baby Draco here on the side, on the sleeve, and there's our guy right there on the front. There's a black, white, and it's really good quality, obviously, because it's Adidas, so that's pretty sweet. We got the blue one there, so I mean, I could see myself golfing in that. I'd actually, you know, I'd nearly get one of these for my father-in-law. He's really good at golf. Shout out to Frosty, Randy, crushing it out there. So that's another one of the Baby Draco ones that we just dropped, and then there was one more.
It's not Under Armour, but I'd consider wearing it.
Yeah, I said I'd kind of switch it up. I know we had the Under Armour one for the Lunar Pub, so I said I'd switch it up. We'll go with the Adidas one and mix it up. And of course, I mean, we could not do it without having a Baby Draco kids line. I mean, so
of course
that would
gotta have Baby Draco for the babies.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, and these will be here. It's only the Burn one is the limited edition for now. So these will all be available. There's a variety of colors there for kids, you know, for girls and stuff too. So that's pretty cool. And of course, we couldn't do some merch without absolutely dropping some classic Moon Boy. So there is another limited edition Moon Boy that I'm going to drop, and that'll be the same. It's going to be available until the end of next week's Infinion Friday, and it is Moonchuck. And it says on it, "There are no signs of life in outer space. Moonchuck, now you know why." And that's available in a variety of colors as well. So that'll be available for this week until the end of Infinion Friday, and that'll kind of when it'll count down. So yeah, so I'm going to make Moon Boy a serious merch item, and I did drop just before we close. I might as well show this one. This is another new item that we just dropped, and this is the Moon Boy mugshot one, which I kind of like too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Moon Boy's a badass for sure.
Yeah, and it's got the Moon Boy on the back too. Then the standard somewhere. But yeah, so that's the merch line so far. Shout out to all the Baby Draco crew. Doing a great job over there. Keep burning it. Burn, baby, burn. Get that tea. I'll pop it up here again just one last time. And yeah, it's available for a week. Shout out to you guys. And Sean, was there something with this tea as well that we were talking about after? You wanna?
You talking about with the revenue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe we were talking about sending 50% of all revenue created back over to Baby Draco, probably in the form of a buy and burn, kind of whatever they want, but I think that'd be a cool thing to do.
Yeah,
so
I guess when it is the Burn, Baby Burn t-shirt, whatever, I guess makes sense.
Yes, go ahead.
Join the Burn.
Bought. We'll track our buys and we'll send those funds right over.
Awesome. All right. I can stop sharing my screen here now. There we go. All right, how's Moon Girl looking? Have we bonded yet?
Moon Girl is not bonded yet, but looking good. 99.16%, so it's right there.
100%.
There we go. We'll get it bought and burned. Who's buying the last 6 million Moon Girl? Again, she's right there. We got 10, 15, 20 minutes to get her live on PancakeSwap.
Let's do it. Thank you, Papa. Appreciate it, brother. I'm working my ass off back here. And I do appreciate the support, and from everyone in the community too, man. It's great, you know, when you when you put, you know, a lot of work into making all this kind of stuff, when you get good feedback, man, it's great. But don't be afraid to give me shit feedback too, you know. I'm very open to that also. So, and if anybody's got any good ideas for some cool t-shirts, I think we should probably run a t-shirt competition soon too, down the line at some point. But
yeah, we definitely need to run some t-shirt competitions for sure.
Yeah, big time.
And as you heard, Mr. Pixel, if you have shit feedback, always tell him. His DMs are open for any kind of negative feedback. He loves it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's what get me up in the morning. I give him she's right here beside me. Well, yeah, she does. She keeps my ass in this seat for sure. So yeah,
hey, it's what they're here for.
Making sure that I keep on doing what I need to do. So she's the one you really need to give all the credit to, guys. I'm just
that's real love.
I'm just a vessel.
There you go. Yeah, and Mr. P's, he's a mainstay pretty much now. All the lives, the community requested it, so we brought it.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure. I love it. And I'm always trying to help out as much as I can too. I get a lot of people that ask me to help out with things, and man, at the moment we just got so much on my plate, and I hate turning people down, you know, because it's a lot of time it's good people in there, and if I can get time, I'll always jump on it. But you know, I just so swamped with stuff at the moment. There's so much going on, and like things ramping up now with all the marketing and stuff. It gets even more hectic. Go ahead, Mike.
Yep.
I'm just playing around with it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the things have definitely gotten crazy for us. I'm the same way. With Infinaeon, with LunarPump, I do a lot of my paid promotions on YouTube, and I will have occasional people that I'm close to, maybe have known for years, that'll ask just for favors, maybe pop out a YouTube video or just do something like that for them, just pro bono for just knowing them and different things like that. And I just flat don't have the time. It's definitely overwhelming running this, and there's a lot going on. But again, we're going to continue to grind. And again, we're not stopping. Infinaeon will be a household name in this space.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And again, I know we always say this, but it's important that we do. We need the community, like the community. And hey, don't get me wrong, community is absolutely crushing it. But when people come in, like just rally them even more. And obviously the Zeely thing now and getting people with the PFPs, that's going to be a good incentive. But doing an awesome job. I guess what I'm saying is keep it up. Keep when people coming in, and it's bringing more people in. You can see new people joining all the time. We're getting more new PFPs popping up. I can see that PFP generator trigger popping off in the chat. So that's great. And the spaces numbers are rising all the time. Our numbers on the shows are rising all the time. So it's absolutely working. And, we'll just keep on building this, keep on building the rating and all that stuff, the boosting. It all helps. Just keep going, keep motivating everybody else. It's the people in the trenches with you. They're the ones that you're going to share the victory with at the end of the day. So, and that's what they say, right? It's not like when you're in the war, you're not thinking about the president or the king or the whoever, right? You're thinking about the guy next to you and what he's doing and how you're both working together to benefit, like staying alive and, doing what you got to do. So it's the guys next to you. And it's when you unite like that and you like drive on, and we have all these initiatives, incentives, and there's lots of things to do. Oh, we bonded. Woo!
Moon Girl has bonded. Congrats to Moon Girl.
Applause.
Knew we'd get it done. Yep.
I was wondering how long I was going to have to keep that rant going until it bonded.
Yeah, just keeping it going.
Well, great job, everyone. Woo! I'm delighted to see that. I'm glad we got to do it live as well. Hell yeah.
Very
If when they're
cool.
bonded live, I will bring them on Meme Culture Space Monday. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
there we go.
they have bonded.
There it is. All right. Hit him up. Hit up Papa. No, that is awesome, dude. I'm so glad that did it on the show. Dude. I was really hoping it would. So awesome. And yeah, I saw someone saying about Moon Girl merch. Well, you never know. You never know. And because that's something we've been talking about too, like, you know, successful projects and things like that, that we might be able to drop some limited edition teas, you know, for a week or so, every so often, depending, competition prizes, things like that. But it's definitely something we're looking at. And yeah, some Moon Girl merch would be sick.
Yep, going back to the community for 1 second. I know we keep saying it, but everyone keep
Really
getting those
bonded.
PFPs and dropping in spaces because it's a huge flex when you see, you know, a space with 50 people and 35 of them have, you know, Infinaeon PFPs. It's the best form of marketing. Doesn't better than majority, probably 99.9% of KOLs, anything like that. Huge marketing just when people see that community. The bigger the community, the more people kind of tend to get drawn in to that community.
Yeah, we're tribal in nature, and when you see that kind of thing, and to be honest, Sean,
That's awesome.
since we rolled that out, everyone's always commented on it. Everybody, every host or people that are speaking, they've always said it. I think almost every time since we've been on and we brought the crew, they've mentioned it. So like, it is so effective when you go into spaces like that. It can't be underestimated.
Yep, and huge shout out to Mike. He made the logo. Remember this guy? He made the logo. For those that don't know, we changed it from this because I got a letter in the mail, basically threatening to get my ass sued if we didn't change it. So we thought we made a big enough change to the logo.
We had plans from the beginning, so it was okay.
Planning on changing exactly. But
what, you mean you didn't want to be tied to that shit coin on Solana?
So
whatever it needs. I mean, we talk with them, you know, our plans. You know about our plans about buying the brand SafeMoon. I mean, it would have been better, you know, for them. But yeah, it is what it is, you know, and we're happy with. I mean, I'm happy obviously with the logo.
I'll talk about it kind of now that it's been months, no one cares. But yeah, when we were in negotiations to buy SafeMoon, they were fine with the logo. The second we decided it wasn't, they were asking, you know, a certain amount that we weren't willing to pay. And, you know, the second the negotiations weren't going smooth, that's when I got the letter in the mail. So they were cool with it up until that point. And yeah, sure enough, got that letter in the mail, giving us X amount of time to get that rebranded. And they were lenient, you know, they worked with us. You know, it took us time to change it on all platforms and things like that. But I kind of just brought that up though, just to kind of say, Mike, you know, Mike did that design, and it looks really cool sitting in those Twitter Spaces.
It's the only design I made. The rest is Mr. Pixel. You know, he's making it real alpha. He is alpha designer.
Oh well, thanks, Mike. Well, dude,
I have something. I have something for Moon Girl. Go, give me a second. They bonded, or?
Yeah, they bonded. Yep.
They bonded.
Yeah.
Yep. And I want to say Mike made that logo a year before we even launched. So yeah, this logo was thought up a long time ago.
Mike's got the Moon Girl soundtrack rocking there. But yeah, credit where credit
it's a while ago.
Mike. You did a great job on that logo, dude.
Appreciate it.
That means Mike has captured your soul for everybody that doesn't know.
It took me a while, you know. Everything had to fit together, you know. The name Infinion, Infinity Ion. It's for me it was very important to have a. I wouldn't say it's a perfect logo. It fit with everything. Everything was just amazing. And I enjoy, of course, I enjoy as you see this logo on t-shirts and what you made out of it. All the I mean, it's art what you do. You know, I know you're great dudes. Your whole team is amazing. Whole community is cool. I mean, guys, what we gonna see in a few months? Oh my god. I need to be careful.
So it
I
actually
stopped.
wasn't Coroni that tried to sue us. It was the trustee. At this point, it had already been taken over by
It
the
wasn't
trustee.
Corona. It was Corona.
Yeah,
Boom, chuck, boom.
it was the trustee that was handling the bankruptcy that threatened to sue us once we didn't land a deal with them.
Slippery dogs. That sounds right in tow, really, with the whole situation over there. And you know what? That letter spurred the phoenix to rise from the ashes anew anyway. So that
we would change it, like Mike said.
Yeah.
It was always planned to change
Yeah.
anyway. It just kind of pushed us ahead of schedule is all.
It was a good thing.
And for people that don't know why we tied ourselves, it's because Joe, who's normally here, he was such a big part of the community, and that's kind of why we went that direction with Operation Phoenix when this originally went into existence, was just to kind of get the notice and the recognition and things like that. But yeah, the plan was always to rebrand when we went to the blockchain.
Yeah, and shout out to Joe too, man, because he took a lot of shit when all that went down. He was one of the only guys that was actually calling it on. He was one of the biggest influencers too at the time. And people weren't mad at him because he was telling the truth. They were mad at him because their bags were going down because he was telling the truth. That was the issue. And he took a lot of shit for that from a lot of people. But, Joe, I hope you're celebrating your vindication, sir. You deserve it. So, and, awesome member of the team, dude, crushing it.
He actually just dropped a video about it too, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
A couple hours ago. Yeah, he had some personal stuff to take care of today. That's why he's not here.
But there is still a lot of thought against him, and I read it on Twitter again and again. I'm just glad he can ignore this shit. He's an amazing dude, and he's a real help. He always was a real help to
he's not. Yeah,
to
he
us,
just
to project. He has a good heart.
Yeah, that whole thing was a big fat psyop, so that's what it seemed like, to be honest. But whatever, it's done now.
Yeah, I remember
and
that
Joe
too.
is now a new man, and he's moved on to many, many bigger and better things, which is exactly what Infinaeon became, was everything that SafeMoon promised to be, and a lot more, to be perfectly honest, and delivered it before a token even went live. So, it's the complete opposite, which is exactly what you want, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, that was the whole concept behind us doing what we did, was to deliver beforehand. So that was the basis of what we did. Yep.
Yeah, and what a road and a journey it has been to this point. Because just for me personally, I got in on at the kind of Operation Phoenix, and that was just kicking off. I got in early on that, and then the rest is kind of history. Eventually got in and saw everybody working their asses off, and was like, man, this is the one. This is what we got to do here. So, and here I am, and it's been awesome. And I've seen, like I said before, you think they work hard, when you're a little more on the outside. Wait, if you ever get in the inside, you'll see how hard they really work, and it's insane. So, so much going on. When Infinaeon Joe.
The reason why I don't push him is because he did make a commitment to Squid Girl prior to Infinaeon. So yeah, so that's why I would never push him or even really ask him to do it, because he did make a commitment to Squid Girl, and he is a big part of that community.
But this is so important. We are always open to work with communities, and the Squid Girl community. They are our friends. We're in touch with Sheep Toji. Is a great guy, and he was also supporting us. So yeah, we are totally okay with that. Sean, you could even call yourself Sean the Sheep or whatever. You're still our Shawnee, and we love you.
That I am. I'm everyone's Shawnee. But yeah, and hey, anyone out there that has aspirations to make a YouTube channel, to make content, become Infinaeon blank. Definitely go for it, and hopefully, as our brand grows, your channel will grow. We would definitely support you.
Yeah, have suggestions. Infinaeon Pete, Infinaeon Chun, Infinaeon Jason. But I already know Infinaeon Andrew. We have a few Infinaeons, So I'm also proud of that. People use the logo. People use the name in their name, in the username. It's so cool to see that community is growing. We have a real Infinaeon army. It's so cool. I'm proud. I'm really proud.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we have a genuine army. Most tokens fake it. It's all fake. It's all fluff. It's paid. It's shilteens. We have a genuine army here. And if this was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, this would already be in the hundreds of millions. Just unfortunately in crypto, people get very skeptical. They see things and they're like, yeah, right, too good to be true, different things like that. But I think once people actually hop over and see what we've been doing, they definitely change their mind on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been and that's the thing about the same with the community is well 21.77% in the Draco community. They're killing it. Holy,
not bad.
It's an inferno over there. Damn. All right, guys, you go get them. But yeah, what I was saying was, with Infinion, there's just so much going on, and the community that is there now, the foundation has been building there for years. You know what I mean? It's been a lot of people that have, and the reason it's there is because they've seen it. They've watched it build. They've watched the team. And that's the thing in this space too. It's not almost always about what you deliver, but a lot of it goes into how you deliver it too. Because if people are following along and they see it, in this volatile space, a lot of times, sometimes things don't work out, and you gotta bob, you gotta pivot, you gotta weave, and crypto moves pretty quick, so you don't have a lot of time. You got to think on your feet a lot, and then you're dealing with, you got overheads, you got this, you got that. You're trying to, there's a lot goes into it, and there's a lot of decisions to be made. And when you're doing that in such a volatile space, it's tricky. But being able to navigate that and stay afloat over a long period of time, that's what you want. That's what you want to see. Yeah, and you want to see guys showing up every day. You want to see guys working their asses off, and that's been the case here. So there's been so much work going on. The marketing is kind of, taking the back seat to all the development, which, has been awesome, which means the team was so gung-ho in making sure that they were going to deliver on what SafeMoon couldn't and more. That here's where we're at now with that. A mountain of products and innovation and tech, and an army of people to drive it. The marketing is just about to kick off, and damn, bro, I mean, I'm here for the ride. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to constantly churn out content. I can't wait to get to Vegas, because going into Vegas and those things, dude, I'm very proud of everything that's been built here, and it's very easy to go and talk to people about it, because there's a lot you can talk about. There's a lot to show, and yeah, it's overwhelming, but when people get overwhelmed by it, especially when you're talking to them in person, they're like, damn, you know what I mean? And it goes that extra mile. So I think all the Squid Grow peeps are going to be there. The B&B guys are going to be there. That's where we're going to be going to the party. We got some XRP stuff going on after. I'm pumped, dude. I can't wait to get up there, hand out some Infinion, Lunar Pump cards, shoot the shit. It's going to be good. It's going to be a great networking opportunity.
Yep. So people were asking about the banner ads. So we are going to be doing Web3 banner ads when the time's right. Definitely after Solana goes live on LunarPump. For those that don't know, to run those ads, tens of thousands of dollars per month to run those ads. It is not a cheap thing to do. So timing definitely has to be right. And it'll be a combo of LunarPump and Infinion ads you see running. So, you have your typical Web3s like, BSC scan, all that stuff, and it'll run across all that. But again, very expensive. So just nonchalantly running them isn't really an option. It definitely has to be part of the overall plan.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and you gotta watch the funds here. And that was another reason that, didn't want to invest in too many exchanges too early on, because you just don't get the return initially, but it's definitely good to be on a few, but you gotta be mindful of it. And like we always say, community is the best thing you can build. So everything we can put towards building that up more and more, and that's investing in the community more and more. So being smart with it, very important.
And unlike Matic and Mano and Arbitrum and Stack and all the ones we went over at the beginning of the episode, we didn't raise hundreds of millions of dollars like them. So, we unfortunately can't just throw money everywhere.
Yeah, man, this is when you think about it, this is as grassroots blockchain as you're ever going to see, right? I mean, it's been great. It's I mean, my personal opinion, I think, man, it's everything I would want in a project, and just, it's been great.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna be getting ready to close it down. Moon Girl bonded, very awesome to see. Keep in mind, anyone that wants to launch a token, on Lunar Pump. I wanted to go up real quick. As you can see, BSC, base, Infinaeon. We may even be having a base token launching. Stay tuned for that. Maybe during some of the after party that we're promoting at the Vegas show. So stay tuned for that. We'll kind of keep everyone engaged on what exactly is going on. But if you want to launch a token, you're doing it the right way. We like everything you're doing. We're definitely willing to push it. I know a lot of people coming in, even in the Moon Girl chat, we're skeptical of the platform. Anytime a new platform's out there, they don't know who we are. They don't know anything about Infinion. They will be skeptical. So it's just a matter of building the brand. So if you have a community, especially you want to launch a token, you want to bring everyone into Lunar Pump, we will gladly support you. Just hit me up on Telegram at @the_Kryptonian01. You can find me in the Infinion on Telegram and different things like that. But yeah, guys, I think pretty much all the questions have been answered. If you guys want to say any final words before we close it out.
I just wanted to mention real quick as well that just to touch on the social app that's out there, anybody, and if you are launching a token, get on over to that social app. It doesn't matter what chain you're launching on, even whether you use Lunar Pump to launch or not, but it is going to be a place solely focused on crypto with a lot of crypto centric features being added over time as well to accommodate that. So get over there, get your account. If you do launch a token, it's definitely a good place to go. I think the link is even there when you do launch a token to set it up, right? If you go to the homepage there, Sean, it's right there. You can click that link. If you go to LunarPump.fun, it's right there on the homepage.
Android, Apple App Store. So definitely go ahead and download. You don't have to use the web app. You can go ahead and get on Google or Apple.
Yeah, nice to have that little icon there too on your home phone screen as well, which is great. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and get on that. Get your account set up if you do launch, because obviously, you know, there's going to be, like I said, more features coming for that, and then there's going to be a lot of stuff on there too that is going to be, I guess, designed, which is like, you know, all the ecosystem really, but it's designed to help and promote projects. Like I said, I was saying yesterday on the spaces, you know, if you can obviously, you know, to try and compete with volume on Solana is, you know, insurmountable task, right? It's impossible compared to like PumpFun, right, at this moment in time. But you know what you can do, or what you could try to achieve, is to have a better success rate metric potentially of ratio to projects that launch and succeed or last longer, or whatever that metric is, because that's a good metric to have. And the more things you can assist any new launching projects with, like the incentives that we have right now with the 50% back that can go towards marketing or whatever, ads, whatever you want, certainly helpful. The ICO option is going to be a huge one for the longevity of projects. I think that they don't just completely tank immediately. I mean, you know, sometimes it can be inevitable, but you know, that's going to be a huge protection to that. Then you got the flexible bonding curves with the 3 different options. So there's so many options. And then you have the whole marketing side of it then, which is also built into the ecosystem here, which has the app, right, which is going to be something that's going to be pumped. Then we got these spaces, the live shows, and all that stuff, which is all going to be designed, and the competitions, which can help promote other projects when they win them and things like that, is designed to hopefully help these projects get more exposure and, you know, just succeed or last as long as possible, however it goes. I know it's a volatile space, so it can go wrong at any moment sometimes, but you know, hopefully that's the metric I feel that you want to try and crack. And if we can do that, you know, that would be an amazing thing to do. But yeah, Mike, if you want to chime in, brother, please feel free. Shout out to everybody too, just before we go, these are my final words. Get over to that merch store. I've been working my ass off on it all week, and support the buy and burn that's going on over at Baby Draco right now. And congratulations, Moon Girl, on the awesome bond. I really hope that token really moons here and gets the support on BNB.
Yo, happy bonnet during the live show. I think I'm gonna make a t-shirt. I want to design one. Easy. Yeah. It will be the Mike edition.
Awesome. We'll definitely get that Mike edition.
Yeah. I just don't know. Maybe a t-shirt. Maybe some nice underwear. Who knows?
There we go.
Oh, you had to go there, Mike.
Yeah. We do something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think we close the stream in a bit. So have a good night, good fight. Or how was it? Take care, everyone.
All right, guys. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the stream now. You can catch us next Monday for Moon Mondays at 5 p.m. Eastern. Of course, the whole entire crew will be there. And of course, until I see you guys next time, trade safe.